Thank you for joining us. This is our fifth webinar in the series for the students and by the students. So, as you know, the topic of the webinar, an intuitive talk on N.A.V.L.E by Dr. P.V.G. Sushma. So, I would like to request everyone to keep their mic mute as well as the camera off during the whole session. If you have any kind of query, please write in the in call messages option. Plus, we will definitely answer your all queries. Thank you.
Hello everyone, ma'am will join us in a short while. Please keep patient.
Good evening, everyone. Now, ma'am has joined us. So, before proceeding in the webinar, I would like to give a brief intro before I hand over the mic to the ma'am. Ma'am is Dr. P.V. Sushma. She has completed BBA from Sri Venkateswar Veterinary University, Tirupati in 2014. After that, she has worked for an whole year in the Indira Gandhi Zoo. Then she moved in USA in 2016 and joined Marshall University for doing her PG in biosciences. Uh, she has also given the ECFVG exam and successfully cleared that exam. She is a license holder of Ohio State Veterinary Association. Now I will give mic to the ma'am. Thank you, everyone. Ma'am. Ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible to you?
Yes, I can hear you all.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. I was just trying to connect through different devices. Okay. So looks like there are so many people, and all of them are from India.
Mostly are from India. We have 3 registered participants, one from Pakistan and one from US and another from Nepal.
Nepal. Okay. So it's good evening to everyone then. So yep. Successfully, I did complete my journey. It was not easy for sure, but finally I made it. And yes, the first thing would be just hard work. That is all I can say. Just work hard, and then before I dive into my presentation, which is the first time I'm doing these meets, and it looks like everything is not in place. I hope everyone can understand. So yeah, you can actually send me these messages and go through them. So what you all have to do is, let me share my screen. Okay, I think you guys can see my screen now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The thing is, I can't see my own, so I'm just waiting. Looks like everyone is in mute. Okay, little bit louder.
It's a request to everyone, please turn off your cameras and mics.
Yes. Yeah. For everyone else, you can just turn off your video, but you can probably keep your mic on if you have any questions. I'll probably take these questions in the
Ma'am,
end, but you can
actually,
text.
actually, if anybody has the question, we will take it in the in-call messages.
Okay, yeah, sure. That is what I'm saying. I will do the in-call messages is what I was trying to say. I will share my screen. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
It's been a while I've done this. Bear with me. screen, right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you put this PPT in presentation mode?
Yeah, I'm trying to see where it is. As I told you, it's been a
Ma'am,
while, so yes, go
ma'am,
ahead.
it is to the top right, present.
Yeah, top right. Yeah. No. View. Okay. Present. Can you hear me, guys? Yeah, I guess. Got this. Shubham, can you see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is this good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah, first of all, I'm sorry I couldn't do this PPT at all because I was extremely busy with my work. So I just added some links, but Shubham, you can probably take some notes and maybe add that later into this presentation if it is okay.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. So I want to start with myself. As Shubham already told you some things about me. I worked at Zoo Park, and at the same time, I was shadowing a veterinarian, a small animal clinic. I hail from Vizag, so that is where I was there after doing my BVSC in Tirupati. I went to Vishakhapatnam, a beautiful city. I was working with a mentor there. I started as an assistant, I would say assistant doctor, and then from there, first I was doing an internship for 6 months, and then I joined his own practice after I got my license from APVC, Andhra Pradesh Veterinary Council, and started working there in the evenings. And it went on for a while. I used to do, and then I switched on to full day practice, and I started to work on coming to US, I think, in December 2016, no, 2014, yes. That is when I passed. So I passed in 2014 and I started working on this. First, I gave my GRE and TOEFL to join a master's in US. So I did my master's in biological sciences, Marshall University, from 2016 to 2018. It took me a year for GRE, TOEFL, and then I took a job in Indira Gandhi Zoo Park. And then I was just waiting for applying for the colleges, and I was waiting. Fortunately, I got a scholarship, and then I applied for the visa, and I got that as well. I came to US. It took me at least 6 months for to adjust here, and then I started my ECFVG process. I started in 2017 and fortunately finished in 2019, by the end of 2019. And here I am. So diving into the steps, first thing is the avma.org. That's the ECFVG program. We have two programs, both ECFVG and N.A.V.L.E. So ECFVG belongs to only US. So this is organized by AVMA, American Veterinary Medical Association. And this is how the certification program looks like. The step one is you just need to enroll. That is, just go in here and see here, sign in ECFVG online. All you have to do is you need to. I already have my password, so I will log in here. but it's been really a while. Let me take you guys to this one here. There you go. Registration and proof of graduation. So this is the same one. It's just you go to home, and from there you go to ECFAG, and then it will have everything you need. So the registration process will be, you pay $1,400, and then you send a ECFAG confirmation page. So that will be when you apply for ECFAG. Your online application. There you go. It's the same. So I think, don't know where I started. Looks like my internet's not working either. It's a bummer. Okay, while it's loading, I can take a question if you have any.
Ma'am, during the registration, we have received some questions. So
Okay.
the first question is that mention what is the minimum OGPA or CGPA required for a residential program in USA and other area. Does
So
any
each and every
university
yes, go ahead.
does any
Go ahead.
university which gives less priority to GP and more skills and research activity? Since I am having CGPA around 6.2 and I am willing to go to residency in USA or Australia, I had searched in Google a lot but haven't found anything.
Yeah, so main thing in US is you don't have to worry about all that, is GPA and stuff. Low GPA candidate with more experience is considered as well. It's like they don't really see how good you're excellent you are in the GPA. They will also see how good you are in other things like sports and research, how many articles you have done. They understand that not just academic is important. So it will be 100%. I mean, there are people who do consider OGPA a minimum, but then I really don't think there will be any issue. So,
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, can you let us know about the CPE preparation center and materials?
CPE, I would say I don't have any thing right now that I can tell you, because we don't really have any centers. All you need to do is read the manual. I'll go through the process, but I would say YouTube and the manual is the most important. So this question will be answered in the end.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So I think for just registering, you just need to log in with your email and then go from there. Say,
Hello?
yes, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, I can hear you.
Ma'am, actually, I'm giving my BCSC on December 1. So, do you have uh, any? Can you share any materials with me or with respect to BCSC or nowadays?
So with the BCSC, I have seen that in Telegram. Some people have shared uh, really good stuff, and the Dr. Vet channel and veterinary in India. So they are kind of sharing those materials.
Doctor,
So we Dr. Vet, Dr.
Doctor Vet.
Dot Vet channel.
Is that in YouTube, ma'am?
It's in Telegram.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Yeah, it's a Telegram channel, and sir, I would like to request that we already have instructed that please don't unmute yourself. There are more than 90 participants. If each and everyone is asking a question like that, it will create a problem for us. Kindly cooperate
Yeah.
with us, sir.
So what you can do is just go in call messages and type here. Okay, there is a noise in the voice. Maybe it's because I am using a Bluetooth. So, madam, right now I am in second year for masters. In which year should I apply GRE and TOEFL? There is nothing uh, that will stop you from giving GRE and TOEFL because they're just like an English exam, and they will just test your proficiency in English and mathematics. So you can do it online, or you do have a lot of coaching centers in India. I'm pretty sure about it. I think we have Career Launcher, and then we do have Condura from my place that I prepared personally. And yeah, I will take these questions in the end, but yeah, I think you just need to, for ECFVG, you just need to go in and sign in here. So if you have any registration difficulties, just let me know. Is there anyone? Okay, you did it recently, I think, Shubham. So I think you will be the best person because it's been 4 years for me to go ahead and register. Do you remember how to do this?
No, ma'am. Actually, I didn't open the website, ma'am. I am in second year.
Okay, you said you're giving your BCSC, right?
No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I will give in future, ma'am. I am just conducting webinar.
Oh, okay. Is there? I heard someone is giving the BCSC this.
Yeah, the sir is giving, the Ankur sir.
Ankush. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I'm giving
Ankush,
BCSC
can you
on
please help
December
me
1st.
now? Okay. So can you please help me how to create this ECFAG first?
Ma'am,
Just for everyone to
uh,
yeah.
yeah, I first went to the ECFVG website and I got
Mm-hmm.
registered myself.
Yeah, how do
Then
you
I paid.
register? That is the question. Because you're just seeing my
Uh,
screen right now, I guess.
First, you have to fill an application form. Then,
It says this is
following which you will have to pay $1,400 and
mm-hmm.
submit your request.
Oh, got it. Okay. Yep. Here. If you can see me here, guys, can you see my screen?
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This is ECFPG certification program screen. You guys see this? Shubham?
Ma'am, could you please present it in a landscape mode?
Which mode?
Landscape mode, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I can't really hear that.
And landscape mode. Actually, we are streaming it on YouTube
Landscape.
also, na?
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
So it is creating
Okay, got it.
problem. Yeah.
Okay. So when you go
Thank.
into that online application, you will have a login or next. You just need to hit next. Okay? And then select your country and your college. If your college is not there, they will give you an option. always. This is the easiest process ever. If you don't have your college, you can hit my college is not listed, and then you can go from there. Okay, so this is very easy. You can either contact ECSVG, like call them directly, or email them. They'll pretty sure answer you for sure. Okay, so this is where you go. Okay, thank God, I finally did this. Oh, where is my presentation? Yeah, right here. So after that registration, you just need to pay the fee. And then here again. So after registering here, the online application, there you go. You have each and every step very easy, explained very easily. All you have to do is read it again and again. So the online application, once you fill it, you just print it out, and the notarization, I think most of us can do it, or your seniors or professors can do it. Okay, and then two photographs, the passport size. So they will tell you how to even do that. Okay, so usually the passport should be white background. That is how people like it in US. Okay, and if you can just type in how to do a passport photo, and for US you will have that. And then send all your official transcripts. You can do it from FedEx, or you can ask your college to do it. It doesn't matter. And then always have a separate paper giving your details that I'm so and so, and I'm actually sending you everything, and keep everything in one single folder and keep it with you as well before you send it out, just for your reference. Okay, and I'm telling you again and again, there's no way that you can miss any step in here. It is pretty much very easy to do that. So once you pay all the money, they will actually send a verification to your college. So make sure your registered office knows about this. So they will probably send your transcripts. They have to send your transcripts through them, and I probably think it should be around $50 that you have to pay to the college to officially send the transcripts from the college. So this process of the first step probably will take at least 2 to 3 months. Okay. When regarding the surgical experience documentation that they ask, it's just a few. You already have that document when you log in. I can actually show you that probably by the end of this presentation. And second step is English language ability. So if you're planning for masters in US, probably this step will come first. And I would recommend all you guys to do this step before you dive in this, because even though it looks lucrative, $1,400 is not a small amount for us. I mean, it wasn't for me. So I actually took English language. They will tell you that you need to have 25 in listening, 22 in writing, 22 in speaking, and 23 in reading. So you probably have to give it multiple times. I didn't have to because I was very lucky in here. So you can both give either TOEFL or IELTS, and then they do have some Canadian English language. I don't know what this is, but I think if someone is from Canada, they will pretty much know about this. And then you register it, and I think this process will, personally with you, will take at least 1 to 2 days. because of notarization and everything. When it comes to the college and they send it to the ECFVG, it took me 3 months, but then you don't have to wait for your college to send in that transcript, I guess. If I'm not wrong, we can go ahead and do the BCSC program as soon as you enroll with the ECFVG program. So BCSC is exam that is 3.5 hours, and everything is just written here, what all you need, and they will also tell you that only step 3 has to be done. I think the transcript that you sent is enough, isn't it? Isn't it enough for the BCSC, if I'm not wrong? I think we have again 4 steps in registration. So when you come here, you send this one, first one, by your own 2 photographs, and as the this one is the proof of graduation that the college has to send. Okay, so I think this can wait. This and the 4th verification of education credentials and surgery experience documentation. Yep. So you can do this after you finish the BCSC. So these can wait because I know it takes some time. So these two can wait, but you have to do registration and then your photocopies of your diploma and final transcripts. So this is in a bundle. So final transcripts, I would recommend you guys to take at least more than 3 if you are trying to do masters at the same time, because it will save a lot of time. Okay, so again the BCSC is 3.5 hours. So after BCSC you can either take CPE or N.A.V.L.E. So N.A.V.L.E is not conducted by ECFVG or N.E.B. So N.E.B is the one for Canadian veterinarians right here. It will be the same, and you can switch between Canadian veterinary N.E.B and AVMA for sure. Okay, there are different entities, but it's just I would say 2 different groups trying to mint money. Okay. Yep. And for CPE, it will be a 3-day test, and it has 7 sections. The whole thing is hands-on, and it's pretty much tough, I would say, physically and emotionally. You need to be really strong here. And after this, we come to the next part of preparing for BCSE. So I prefer Zoku review for BCSE for sure. And then we do have a document called A2Z board review, which has diseases from A to Z. Z is called as Z, so people, if you don't understand me. So that is it. This is all I did. I went through A to Z. It's 150 to 200 pages, depending on who has edited it in the past. So you just go through it again and again and just do a review. That should be enough. And for N.A.V.L.E, so as I said, N.A.V.L.E is a different entity. So it's ICVA. And this test is taken both by us, the people who has to do either PAVE program. Okay, PAVE program is just like ECFVG. but it has different steps. You can actually go ahead and do that. FAIL is nothing but you have to finish your fourth year just like the American students do here in US. So you're actually going to college in US, like veterinary graduate, even though you completed that in India. So anyone to get licensed in US has to take this exam called N.A.V.L.E, and it's administered by ICBA here, and you can write these steps from India, both N.A.V.L.E and BCSC, and it's usually 2 times a year. If I'm not wrong, the exam is around 700 change. They do change the prices, so I think it's around 200. So you give this exam in Prometric centers if you're in India. Even in US it's the same. Okay. So the process is pretty much easy. It's there on the home page itself. You just need to do this application, and then for taking the territorial application, it means that you have to apply for a state board. So what I would recommend is doing a state that has online and it agrees with the ECSVG center. So when I said ECSVG, I think I can show you an example here. Well, again, decided not to work. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to do this when I am probably answering your questions. Okay. So N.A.V.L.E exam is very hard. I felt it very hard because I'm not a studious person as well. It is a 7-hour exam. Just sitting there in front of a computer for 7 hours is tedious task. So what I did was do wet prep and read Merck manual online. I said Merck manual online because it's a lot of money to even buy that book. It's around 500 rupees. I think it's not too expensive. I forgot how much it is, but I think you can do older versions as well. But online version is a great resource as well. I just wanted to show you why I said what I did for Merck manual right here. So this is the Zoku review you do have for N.A.V.L.E and BCSA or TAFE. So I did it for BCSE. I don't know how N.A.V.L.E works. For N.A.V.L.E, I tried to do the wet prep, which most of the students do from US. And then the Merck manual, what I used to do was, I'm not, as I said, I'm not a big reader. I used to go into resources and images, and I used to just go through these images all the time. It's loading, guys, but they're very informative and it's a really good resource. Yep, that is right there. And then for the CPE, the first thing is the manual. So you already have this manual here. Every single time it just changes from year to year, so just take care of that as you see. So for CPE, I think you have a lot of competition. It probably takes at least 7 months to 1 year to just get the slot. All you have to do is read this again and again and again and again. I want to stress on this because manual is the most important thing. It's like Ratta Mardo. the whole manual, okay? And the second thing is practice of spay and neuter. I would say more of space. Just get comfortable and see these videos in YouTube. YouTube is the best resource for CPE. Okay, I have that open. So how you do is just, there are so many videos that you can see, just type in CPE and have your own group where you actually save some of these things. So everything is online. Just let me know if you have any other questions there. I can answer you, or ask Shubham or someone else or in the group, and I will answer you, not on the same day, but as I get my time. I just want to wrap the thing up because I think it's pretty much late now. Right, Shubham?
Yes, ma'am.
So, yeah. After finishing the ECFVG program and N.A.V.L.E, you can change your N.A.V.L.E scores to other states depending on where you get your job. So for that, some of the states require exams, and it's a whole different thing. But everything is explained to you. So when it comes to job, uh, you get your resume done, make sure it looks good. People do understand in US that once you come this far away, you are a strong person, because they do understand that traveling from one home country to another home country is not easy. So make sure your resume looks perfect, looks beautiful. You just have, it just should be one page, but I think there are so many people who can guide you through that. And the next thing is visa. So visa, either someone will give you an opportunity to work here, that is H1B visa, or you can come here as a student, the PAVE program as a student one as well, and then you can probably convert into the H1. The salary starts from 70 to 90K per annum. I understand the whole process is expensive, but then when you see this, you get a motivation. And the last thing is culture shock. Yes, there is a lot of culture shock, but everyone survives once you come to US. And after becoming a doctor, you never stop studying, because you do have to do this continuing education. You do have some conferences that you can attend. So N.A.V.L.E is probably the biggest one in US. Right. Never mind. Okay. So this is N.A.V.C. So most of the employers actually give you money for registering for this conference, because it's a very good one. And then you do have Wasawa. I think it's in Hyderabad by the end of next year, and it's in Warsaw, and I think spring. So it's, I think, 2 times a year. And then I think I can go and dive into these questions. I don't know how helpful I was. I tried my best. I know this wasn't a great one though. Bear with me, guys. This is my first presentation, so I know there's so many things lagging here.
Thank you, ma'am, for intelligence. You have given your time in the early morning. We appreciate it, ma'am.
Oh, I'm here just because people helped me. I said okay, but then I realized my work schedule was super cramped, and my daughter decided to have diarrhea. That's my pet. So she decided to have diarrhea at the same time. She's not potty trained, and it's been a hard first. It's my first baby here, so yeah, it is becoming hard. But then we survive, right?
So, ma'am, the one question from Dr. Sandeep Gulia. Do
Mm-hmm.
Canada and US mutually recognize each other licensing exam or separate exam for each country?
It's a little bit different, but mostly it's the same. BCSE is the same. CPE is the same. NAVLE is the same. The only thing differs is you have to probably do one more step. It's like doing a necropsy, a spay in a dead dog or a cat. So it's called, I think, PSA, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, ma'am.
But it's just
So, ma'am,
4 steps there.
okay, so it is a four-step process in Canada.
It's the third step after BCSC and registration. It's the third step. It comes before CPE.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, for a residency or internship in clinical subject, can we get a provisional license to practice in that institute only
Yes.
and clear the N.A.V.L.E later on?
We can do that. I think you need to have N.A.V.L.E, but Canada is different. You need to search because the thing is, each and every state in US acts as if its own God's country. I don't understand why, but things are weird here.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, can I go to USA, Canada for PG in clinical subjects and I
Yes,
don't have to give ECFG?
yes.
Is it possible?
It
Okay,
is
ma'am.
possible, but competency is a lot because you are competing with Americans who are in US. You are competing with veterinary students from US. So that is one thing. You can go into clinical subjects, yes. So
Okay,
clinical
ma'am.
subjects can be, I would say each and everything is considered as clinical subjects. It's not it depends on each and every research what you're doing. Okay, I would say you can do surgeries in a biomedical research. So that is how it works.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, kindly explain what are the other activities one should take part in which would make the resume look more attractive and worthy to get admitted in abroad university.
Okay, so I would say doing some research, writing some articles, and participating in activities, local shelters, helping them, for a long time, stuff like that.
Is it compulsory to clear N.A.V.L.E to survive in abroad, or do we have any job opportunity based on PG course we complete there?
We can do PG and it will be research based. Yes, we can do that.
So there is no need for license to get any job if we have done our PG from the US.
No.
Okay. And how long it takes to get a job as a veterinarian after clearing the license exam?
Soon, I would say a month or two. But you that is what a valid visa is the issue. If you have a valid visa, you can start working the next day.
Okay.
Yeah, I started my journey as a technician, and that's how I worked. I've done so many things
Ma'am,
that I forgot what I did on everything. So I started. I did two internships are really good, and volunteership is really good at the thing. Um, so I did an internship in Indira Gandhi Zoo Park, the pet clinic, a small animal pet clinic, and then I volunteered at the pet clinic as well, both in US and India. And then I would say update your life LinkedIn profiles. That is how you can contact more people and know how to be. Any suggestions for those who want to work for the wildlife volunteership buddy? So try to contact. I know there are a lot of politics when it comes to wildlife. I think things are changing, but I am not pretty sure. Everything works differently for every individual, and just keep that in your mind. If someone has come to US and settled in a year, there is no guarantee you do that. Okay, and some things works
Okay,
for
ma'am.
you, some things doesn't work for you. Just keep that in mind. And then let me
Ma'am,
see my experience. Yes, go ahead.
okay.
I
Ma'am,
will
what you
just
do
go
in
through
preparation?
CPE, what kind of questions and practicals were asked in CPE. Everything is there in the manual, Tanvi. And how did I prepare for CPE? As I told you, I read the manual first, and then I wrote down what the skills I need, and I went from there. Of course, I was blind before, but then I got mentorship. I was a very busy person. I was a workaholic, and I was doing 10 things at a time. So I know I need to be focused, but it took me longer because I was not focused. Okay. Practical experience in US, yes, you can get it. I did my, as I told you, I'll just go through what I've done. So I started in July 2018 as a volunteer in a small animal hospital, and then I started as a internship. Um, no, wait, where are my positions? Okay, here. Yes, I worked as veterinarian, as I told you, in a clinic, and then as an assistant veterinarian in a zoo park for 11 months, and veterinarian for 2 years and 3 months. It was on the same time. I used to work in the day in the zoo and in the evening in the clinics. And I used to work 7 days a week. I don't want to scare you guys, but you can do it. So, and after that, I came to US. I worked as a research assistant for 2 years in my university. That is how I paid for all my licenses and stuff. And then after that, I worked as a veterinary technician in a clinic. And after that, I tried to go into research. Wasn't my thing. And also my CPE was coming, so I rejoined as a technician. After that, I worked as an intern just to get some experience and shadow veterinarian here in US, and then I started as a veterinarian as soon as got my license in Ohio. Okay. How can I get a scholarship from PG? So scholarships are really tricky. It can sound crazy and scary, but this is how it works. You have to contact professors in US. And how to do that? You need to have your GRE and TOEFL scores by hand. Tell them that you're strong and your CV looks strong, and tell them that you're great. And everything is through contacts. So building your contacts either through LinkedIn or your professors. Be an active person, even if you're not active. Even if you don't know how to study, you will have a person who's very broad-minded, a good professor who can guide you. I have seen so many professors traveling to US, they can guide you. And you do have so many students, they can guide you as well. You have friends, they can guide you. And then the scholarship for PG, it completely depends on the college you're going and your mentor. Whoever you are doing masters with, you probably have more than 5 people there. Just tell them that I need a scholarship, and also based on your research from India, they sometimes give you scholarships as well. And it always depends on your professor or your clinical advisor here in US. So if he says he's gonna fund you, you will get the funding. And even if he says that he's going to see you for first 6 months and he give the funding later, it is also an option. Most of the people do that. They'll tell you, just come and apply for the masters, come here, wait for 6 months, and then you will probably come to know everything. You can apply for assistantships, research, teaching, and everything. Everything is online, 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 and it's very easy to guide through these websites when you come to universities and schools in US. It is very easy. What are the scholarships available? There are plenty of scholarships and also funding. It's called endowment. Everything is in Wikipedia and Google. And how to find a mentor? How to find a mentor? I would say contacts. There will be at least one person who will be willing to help, you. I got lucky. I got the best mentors in my life, I guess, and they helped me in each and every step I have worked because I was just a very unfocused person, as most of the budding veterinarians are. But then this is a process. You just need to find a professor or a working veterinarian who can guide you, who's at least trying to help you. So that's that. I'm sorry, I think.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, actually, my doubt is how did you get the time to prepare for N.A.V.L.E? Actually, if you are getting funding in PG, then the work will be more, I think. I think we need to spend a lot of time in
Good
that.
question. Yes, I couldn't pass it in one time because of a molecular biology class, but then my professor we had I mean I would say I worked a lot, and yes, you need to put in a lot of effort. It's not a quick work for sure. So most of the people actually do it. They will think that they will do it later, but I wouldn't see it as an easy process. Yes, you have to work a lot, and also they say 40 hours of research, but you need to put in more time. And I did three things at the same time. It was multitasking for sure. I am completely drained after becoming a veterinarian. I am not lying here, but I am drained because I used to work 7 days a week in I worked like that for 2 years, 7 days a week in India. So yeah, I was pretty much tuned to work hard, I would say.
Okay, ma'am. And my question is is it compulsory to clear N.A.V.L.E or do we have any other opportunities based on the PG course we have done there?
So it depends. You do have research opportunities, research positions, and postdoc positions. It's just time taking, but there are plenty of opportunities in USA. Yes, there are so many people. You can go and see how they have become what they are today just by seeing their profiles. You can just look the profiles and LinkedIn.
Okay. The only thing is it takes time.
Yes. So, Tanvi, can you share your contact email or contact number? I'm in LinkedIn, I'm in Facebook. Don't expect me to give you replies. I'm just a very moody person, so I'll probably take at least a week or two probably after this session because this is the first time I'm contacting so many people. I'm kind of an introvert and I get really less time, but I'm pretty sure I'll get back to you. So you can either share your details over Facebook or LinkedIn, or you can contact Shubham so that because he is the one who contacted you guys. I think we do have a WhatsApp group, Indian Vets in USA or something. I would say contact Shubham
Ma'am,
for
we
your
have
questions.
our own Telegram group, Vertigo's Advanced
Oh yeah,
Learning.
yeah. I'm on Telegram, so yeah, you guys can ask me. Yes,
Ma'am, we will
I'm in Telegram.
if you say we can add in that group, and if
I am in
you
that group.
we will
So it's
yes ma'am. If there is any
7,022
query, we
members.
will definitely get back to you.
Yes, yes. Yep. The thing is, I don't really see these, so if you can just bug me, Shubham, with these questions that are
Okay, ma'am.
dedicated to me, because I see that there's so many here.
So
But thank
thank you, ma'am.
you. Oh, you're welcome. Any other questions? Can you explain step 4 of N.A.V.L.E? What do you mean by step 4, Rohit? I really don't understand N.A.V.L.E. Let me see what I did here. I've done something. I don't remember having step 4 in N.A.V.L.E. scheduling your testing appointment is what you are asking? What are your qualifications or visa required? I did it on F1 visa, and your qualification, you're overqualified for sure. Because you'll be, you're a doctor already. Ashok, then Rohit, I really don't understand the question. If you can be more descriptive about it, I'll let you know. So if you're talking about CPE, as I told you, manual explains you everything. But if you're talking about how to schedule that, you can schedule that in US or in India, anywhere in the world.
Ma'am, would you like to share your CPE experience when you are appearing the CPE exam?
Okay.
They might be given some practical things.
Yes.
So how to tackle at that time?
Okay. The thing is, we had a group. Yes, groups do help you a lot. So get into groups. Just get into groups, even if I know this is difficult, but you do have groups in Facebook. There is a really good group, but I think you have to be enrolled in ECFPG for that. It's called Electronic Group for Veterinary Graduates. Let me check. You have really good group. So many groups. This Facebook, I stopped going to Facebook as well because it just sucks now. Mostly I'm so tired after work, I really don't want to go through these things. They're only probably once in a week that I see these groups. Okay. Foreign trained veterinarians preparation for licensing. Let me type it in. Any other questions?
Ma'am, like you had practiced in India, so what are the difference you find in the type of clinical cases while you are practicing in the US?
I would say it's pretty much easier in US because everything is more diagnostic based. And the only thing you have to learn is talk with the people. Even in India, it's easy because it's not a culture shock. But here, people have to understand your language, your accent, and then they have to relate. You have to relate with them. You have to empathize them. It's all about feelings. It's all about. I would say you will treat the even in India. I don't know how it works, but my mentor told me once that you have to treat the owner rather than your pet, rather than their pet first. So if the owner goes happy, you're treating the pet as well. Okay. So this is the most important. But here usually it's like more like differs with the state to state, but it's usually fractures. You get everything like emergency medical, lot of surgeries. Here it's more broken down. So you have a general practitioner, is more like a human medicine, I would say.
Okay, ma'am.
If that explains your answer. Yeah.
Thank you,
Is
ma'am.
it good to give attempts from India? Yes, I would recommend that, but it also depends on how much money you can put in. But if you have money, I would say from India for first and second. That is N.A.V.L.E and BCSC from India, and come for CPE here. And Aditi Pandey. Should I have to start research work in paper publishing from now? If you can, yes. Procedures to get licensed for practicing in Europe, that's a completely different ball game. I would recommend you to contact someone from London. I think it's the same. Kind of, but it's just a different group and everything is online for sure. I know a person from London, but then they did a master's and it was a very long time ago, so you probably have to contact someone who did it earlier in recent years because things have really changed over the years. How to take part in research and publication. I would say just go dive into your surgery, get more acquainted, talk more to your professors. Most of your professors will know more than what you think they know. They're more jovial and don't take seriously everyone because there's so many people. So you just need to bug them again and again. So me, I always used to end up in surgery ward, no matter what day it was. I always was in surgery, and that's how I contacted people. I personally met everyone. I know some professors don't like me. I met them shamelessly. I was like, sir, I want to go to US. Give me something. Something like that.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. We should conclude as it is 1 hour
Sure.
already.
Yep. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I hope this helped. I'm pretty. I don't know if it was helpful or not, but then.
Ma'am, it is very helpful.
Okay, good to know.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, do we have to clear licensing exam even if we do PG there?
Yes, ma'am. If you want to work as a veterinarian, yes.
Okay, ma'am.
For veterinarians, it's just N.A.V.L.E is pretty sure, as I told you. It's either ECFVG or PRAVE program. You have two different programs. It's not just ECFVG. So, yeah. So PAVE is a complete different scenario. We probably have to have one more session, but yeah. I can do this Q&As actually, but I am really bad in giving a webinar because I don't know how it works and I really can't do much time here. So that is what Shubham. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I think we should conclude, right?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a good day. Have a good evening, everyone. See you.
Good morning, ma'am.